Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to a brand new life story with me today. So anyways, today I'm going to talk about a story where basically I almost died in a motorbike crash, and well, to be clear, it was a quad bike, so it's even more dangerous. So yeah, let's get right into it. So one day, about I'd say at least 6 or 5 years ago, roughly, give or take, uh, one day I was kind of bored. My mum was asleep, and I was just sort of bored playing computer games. So I said, you know what, fuck it, I might just go for a ride on my quad bike. Now, the bad thing is, I never wore a helmet whenever I would ride my quad bike, and it was dumb as shit to do that, but I did it anyway. But this one day, out of all the days I've ridden the bike, for some reason, I put on the helmet. I don't know why, but it was the one time I ever wore that helmet, and you'll see why. It was a good thing. So basically, I went out on the road, which is even more stupider. But no one is on this road ever. So basically, what I would do is I would go pretty far into the forest because I live in basically in the middle of a fucking forest. If you don't know, and I went further up, and because it got to the point where it was all dirt road, I could do some, I guess, drifting or fishtails or some shit like that on the road. And what I would do is go up further and further, and all I would really do is just go exploring and just, like, looking at different places in the forest. So, I went to this new area that I've never been before, and I was going pretty quick. And I was going flying down this road, and I saw there was like this, sort of like an intersection, I guess you could call it. But the problem is, as I was going, well, really dumb. I would only use the foot brake, so that means it was a lot slower. Basically, if I was to use it on rocks or dirt, I would just like sort of like skid across it, right? Instead of using like the handbrakes or whatever, which was just, I should have just used the handbrakes. But anyways, I go flying up. I put on the foot brakes, and what I didn't realize was there was two ways I could go. The one going to the left was unknown. It to me at the time, because of how fast I was going and how quick this happened, it looked like there was a fucking cliff. But little did I know, like a long time after this happened, that it was just another road, and I could have just gone there. So, because I was going so fast and skidding really fast across this road, I'm like, shit, maybe I should try turn the other way to the right, but it's going to be a really, 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 really sharp turn. And I didn't make it, obviously, and yeah, because it all happened so fast, I ended up hitting a tree or something, some sort of stump. I went flying off the bike, hit my head, mind you, right on top of my head, while wearing a helmet, and knocked myself out. And I completely, like, I thought I died. Like, I legit thought I was pretty much dead at that point. And I woke up. My bike was still, it was sort of just turning off at this point, so I quickly turned the key off and the battery. And I, well, basically checked myself. I had, like, really bad scratches all over my chest. It was all grazed. My right thumb, it felt broken, but, like, it just felt really, really painful. And basically, like, I just had a really bad concussion, or something like that. I think that's what it was. And, anyway, I kind of sat up a bit, and I was panicking. I'm like, shit. Like, there was no cars nearby, because I was in the batshit middle of nowhere, in, kind of, like, from where I was looking. And I'm like, fuck, I gotta do something. So I ended up getting up, and I knew there was houses about, like, 10 minutes, or no, around, not even 10, but, like, a 5-minute walk at least from there. Now, the problem is, I was walking up this road, and I don't remember walking up the road that much. I remember starting to walk up it, but I kept blacking out as this was happening. And I remember I eventually got to some gate or something, like someone's house, and I just sort of let myself in, and I was just like, just walking in, and there was this person there at his shed, and I said, I've crashed my motorbike, and he saw the state I was in, and he knew, like, I was fucked. Like, I was just so, like, kind of out of it, and the weird thing is about this whole entire thing is I've only some little bits of this story, like, I didn't remember what happened beforehand, right? I literally forgot everything. Like, my memory basically was wiped from that day. And my memory slowly came back over time. Like, even like 2 or 3 years later, some part of the memories even came back. It's so bizarre. So, what happened was, I went in this guy's car and I tried my best to show him where it was, because I felt like I could barely speak because I was in just so much, like, I just felt so crap. And he had a look at it and he's like, okay, where do you live? And I tried showing him, and I just wanted to go to bed. I was I felt tired. It was so bad. Anyway, we got home and I saw my mum. She was like, holy shit. We went back to the site. Mum had a look at it and then somehow managed to, like, drag the bike back home. And the front of the tire was, like, completely, it's fucked. I've still got the original, like, not the rubber part of the tire, but the metal part of the tire, and you can see how bad it is. It's pretty cool, but bad. But anyways, I'm just like, I want to go to sleep, can you just please let me go to bed? And she says, no, we're going to the hospital. So I'm like, fuck. So we got to the hospital, just a local one, and they checked me out, and they said I was fine and whatnot. The problem is, they said, do you have any bumps on your head, or is your head sore? And at the time, for some reason, the whole time it was never sore. But then when we left and I got home, it started to feel sore, and I noticed there was a bump on top of my head. Now, I didn't even say anything to anyone, not even my mom. I just sort of like, oh well, I'll just leave. I think it's fine. But the thing that really is amazing about this, right, is when I hit my head, mind you, it was on top of my head, so I hit that tree fucking hard to knock myself out. Like, I hit that freaking hard to knock myself out. Now, for that one day, I felt like I needed to wear a helmet, and I'm still questioning to this day why I felt like I needed to wear it that day in particular. I don't know why I put it on, but if it wasn't for that, I would literally be fucking dead. Like, no joke, I would be fucking dead. Like, I could have died even from that, but still, I could have been dead. And considering I knocked myself out on top of my head, like, that, I hit myself pretty freaking hard to knock myself out, like, holy shit. But it was really, I wasn't too bad with the whole situation. Like, I guess, like, not panicking to the point where I am overthinking or don't know what to do. I kind of, like, knew I needed to get help. And I had the option of either trying to fucking walk home, which would have taken hours. Mind you, I just had a concussion. Or I could just go to some random. And that's what I ended up choosing to do. So, yeah, anyways. I hope you guys enjoyed today's story. And let me know down in the comments if you have had a bike accident before, on a quad bike or motorbike or anything, or even just a friend, or you've witnessed something. Like, let me know some stories down in the comments below. Go subscribe if you're new, like this video if you enjoyed it. What else? I think that's about it. Anyways, see you all later. Stay sexy, Quantums. and goodbye. See you.
I've been daydreaming life outside my living room. Dish my day one, homies cut them like a movie crew. No ice, but I'm cold. Dice I never rolled. Tag but never told. You ain't got the most, but still do the most. Please explain that. Damn, I've been on and I've been con. I've been faked out by the people. Ain't expect what it done me like that, but that's life. I had people who left for the right reason. Suck on my white penis, a young king. Just a young king.